Okay everyone, let's start with some basic editing. I'm just going to bring in a few videos, or let me just bring in, this is an episode of a TV show. I'm just going to crop out a part that I'm going to use as example. Okay guys, as you can see, I just made it very short and focused on the specific part. Let me just reduce the volume of this so that you guys can see what I'm talking about.
You have to call your parents right now.
So I focus just on this so that I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So let's say I want to trim something. Okay, let me do some trimming on this video. Let's say I want to trim something at the end. Okay, where it says
You have to call your parents right now.
Let's say I don't want to have the right now in my video, so I'm just going to, I could easily just make this shorter, and then as you guys can see,
You have to call your parents right.
it already cropped part of it but not everything, so I'm still going to reduce it a bit more. And
You have to call your parents.
as you guys can see, I don't have the right now in it anymore. Another thing to remember is the undo button. So if there's any mistake you made, or you did something that you don't like, you can simply undo and you have it back like before. So as you guys can see, it was very simple to do, but also an easier way to do this is I'm just going to move this to,
You have to call your parents.
and then I'm just going to press this scissor, the split icon. I'm just going to press it, and then it's going to crop this. As you guys can see, I now have two different videos. So this is where the guy says right now, and this is the rest. So I could just decide to delete this, and then I still have it.
You have to call your parents.
So that is, to me, that is the easiest way to do that. It really depends on what you find easier for yourself, but that is just the way I do that. Let's say there's a part in the middle that you don't want. Let me go ahead and zoom in on the timeline so that you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so let me play this.
You have to call your parents right now.
Okay, let's say I don't want to have the word parents in this. I could just, let me play this.
You have to call your parents.
Okay, go back.
Your parents.
You have to call, then
You have to call.
okay, then I could just use the split tool.
Your parents.
Then after it says parent, I'm also going to use the split tool again. So then we have this part here, this part where that I selected right now, that is where he says parents. So I could just delete this. Then I have just this.
To call right now.
As you guys can see, the parents is no longer in this.
To call right now.
So that is also an easy way to do that. If you have something you want to remove in the middle, or you don't want to have in your video. So for those who do YouTube, for example, you could really do some really quick editing with this. It's very easy to edit out your mistakes. So I'm going to use this video now. So I'm going to use this video now as another example. If I want to make this video faster, I'm just going to go. If I want to make this video faster, I'm just going to click on this edit, then I'm going to get a bunch of options here, or I'm just going to double click, and I'm still going to get the same options here. So it's very easy for me to rotate the video to my liking. So if you're using an iPhone, for example, sometimes when I upload my videos to my laptop, for some reason I get them like this. So it's very easy to just edit that. It's very simple, and also you could just adjust this and this very easily. So what I actually wanted to show you guys is the speed. So let's say whatever it is I'm working on, this is too slow for me. I could easily increase the speed just like this. As you guys can see, it became shorter, and let's listen to this now. Again. Or if I want to make it slower, I could just go down.
You have to call your parents.
As you guys can see, if I want to make it very fast, that was like a second, guys. Okay, so that is how you can also play the video clip in reverse. We're not doing that right now. So some other cool options you can do is increase the contrast. You know what, let me show you guys this here so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to use this option side by side view so you guys can see the before and the after. So you can use it, you can increase the temperature, as you can see, the warm temperature now, or you can make it the cold temperature. I'm just going to leave this in the middle. You can use this tint to edit your videos. Sorry, you can use this tint to edit your videos. You could use this. You have a bunch of options to choose from, and I think in the newer version of Filmora there are a lot more options, but I don't really use this. You could just go to color. This is usually what I use. You can just turn up the exposure a bit, but I don't want to overdo it. You can just turn up the exposure a bit, then add some brightness, add a little bit of contrast. Okay, I don't think this is needed. Okay, you can turn up saturation here, as you guys see. I think this looks a lot better actually, but then this is too much, so I'm just going to use this. Then also add a little bit of vibrance. Then you still have a bunch of other options like shadows, and add a little bit like blacks. So yes, you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about, and you've got really a bunch of options to choose from, so you can never go wrong with this. As you guys can see, you can clearly see the difference between the two, right?
You have to call your parents right now.
So you could easily do that with other, you could easily do that with your own videos. So that is very easy, and that is actually very easy to do. Another thing I'm going to show you is the crop tool. You would think the crop tool is actually what this does, but no, this is something different. So let's assume I don't like the way this is and I want to zoom in on only his face. So I'm just going to go in the crop tool, and it's going to pop up like this. I'm just going to go ahead and choose this size because I want to keep my video on this size, but then you can do it however you want it. So I'm just going to zoom in exactly on the face, like I said, which is just an example. You can zoom in on whatever you like. Then I'm going to press OK.
You have to call your parents right now.
And that is how I zoom in.
You have to call your parents right now.
That is how you can zoom in on videos with Filmora.
You have to call your parents right now.
Okay, I'm just going to press undo. As you guys can see, if I want to zoom in on a specific area, if you want to zoom in on a specific area, so let's say like the face that I used as an example, I could easily click on the crop tool, then go ahead and pick the area that I decide to focus on, like the face, for example. Then, and it's very easy. Then it's very easy. Just press on the crop tool, then adjust it to whatever size you want to have it, and then press OK. And as you guys can see, it's zoomed in already. So most of these tools are very easy to use. So that is how you just start lining up everything. You're gonna add another video to it, then edit that video however you like, crop it however you like, and then just that is how it keeps building up until you decide that you are done with your project or your video. You can see how easy it is editing with Filmora.